Hello everybody, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Today we are sitting down and you are getting the tea, the shade, all of my thoughts on the brand new KVD Edge of Reality palette. You guys, to say this is controversial isn't even enough. Anything KVD releases seems to be talked about in a negative light most of the time. So you know what? I pushed those aside, pushed those thoughts away and said, you know what? Looks good to me. It looks like they're really trying, so I'm gonna give it a try. So if you wanna see all my thoughts on the palette and how I got this look today, then sit back, relax, enjoy this video, and don't forget, like this video, subscribe below, and hit that notification bell. Okay, so before I dive into my look with this palette, I did want to talk about it a little bit. So there's a few things about this palette that really stand out from others. So first things first, price. This is $45, which I think is really competitive with most other high-end brands. The big thing with this is that it is fully recyclable. Do we hear that? ColourPop? Huda? Yeah, everyone needs to take notes from this. Fully recyclable. It can be done. So how have they done that with this palette? So it's not plastic packaging, it's cardboard. However, it is so beautiful. I'm gonna bring this close and zoom in for you guys, get it focused. So freaking gorgeous. I love the embossing on this palette. It's got this gold detailing on the edges. And then when you open it up, the magic. I mean, they are just such stunning shades. They did such a freaking good job. So I'm gonna start over here. So these first three shades on the top row, those are the true mattes. The three on the bottom here, these are definitely more satin shades. They look pretty much matte on the eye, but in the pan, you can see they have a teeny bit of a sheen to them. And then all 8 of these over here are the metallics, and they are stunning. I mean, it just doesn't do it justice online. I should also note that these pans in person are huge. They are literally massive. Like the entire size of my finger fits in these pans. They're giant. So you get a ton of product. It's so beautiful. When you're done with the palette, literally this little divot here, you just pop it right out of there. Make sure all the shadows are out of there. Recycle this with your plastic. Recycle the rest of it with paper. I mean, so cool. I'm so happy seeing a very large, very mainstream brand do something a little bit more sustainable. So I will get off my little high horse on that, and we're just gonna dive right into my look and the rest of my thoughts on the palette, y'all. Okay, we are back. We're zoomed in on my face, and we're gonna dive right into the palette, y'all. So first things first, I'm going in. I'm gonna try to put like a little picture that shows you what shade I'm using on the screen somewhere on here. If not, I am using the third matte shade in the top row. I'm gonna take that, it's kind of a warm, light terracotta shade, and I'm gonna buff that in and slightly above my natural crease. Okay, already, do you see how effortlessly these blend? They blend so beautifully, they're so soft, and there's like little to no kick up in the pan. I'm really impressed. It is so beautiful. This is not my first time using this palette, but it is my first time diving into this shade specifically, and it is really pretty. Trying to use all shades I haven't used yet on my eyes today. So effortlessly blends. That's for all of the mattes in this palette. I should note that 3 of them are mattes, 3 of them are more satin. They have a little bit of a sheen to them, but they mostly look matte on the eye. But this is one of the true mattes, and it is so beautiful. So I'm gonna copy this on the other eye, and then we'll come back for the next step. Okay, going into the first shade of the palette on the top row, it is the darkest brown. This MAC 217 is super stained with a pink pigment, and I've cleaned it like twice now, but I'm out of my Cinema Secrets, which is the only thing that really takes out the staining in these brushes for me. But I love it so much, but I promise there's no leftover shadow, just the brown on here. So I'm gonna use this to deepen out my natural crease. We're gonna do like a faux cut crease-ish situation. I just wanna really define the crease and have a pop on the lid. So let's deepen up the crease. Okay, do we see how effortlessly that just like pop, blended in there? Just the easiest thing in the freaking world. I love these shadows, these mattes, blend like a dream. They build up effortlessly. The pans are just huge in this palette in general, so I feel like literally you could have this palette for 100 years. So really kind of building it up, making it look a little harsh. And then I'm gonna go in with my original brush that I used the first time. And I'm just going to, no extra product on here, blend those together a little bit. Going into that first shade, just a whisper, just to brighten it up here a little bit. There we go. Okay, that is more of what I'm wanting. It's giving me that dimension on the eye a little bit, really cutting out that crease without actually having to do it with concealer. So I'm gonna copy this on the other eye and then we're gonna be back. We are finally going to dive into the metallics in this palette. You guys, these right here are what makes this palette worth it. So get excited, y'all. See you in a second. Okay, I was really unsure as to which one I wanted to use because they're all so pretty, but I've yet to be able to dive into the kind of duochrome gold. And I am so excited. So I'm actually just gonna take this on my finger, already on my finger. This looks insane. So I am so ready. So let's apply this right on my lid. Oh my gosh. Do we see? Oh, the texture on these, you guys, is impeccable. They're like, almost creamy feeling, like genuinely creamy. No fallout under my eyes right now. And it's giving the most gorgeous kind of shift. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. I'm gonna take a brush really fast though. I do wanna see how this applies with a brush, like a packer brush. So I'm taking my Morphe M167. I'm gonna pop that, just kind of press that onto the lid. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are still applying like a freaking dream. Even without my finger, I'm not getting fallout. Wow, the shift on this shade in person is so freaking cool. Oh my gosh, wow, I really hope that is showing up on camera as beautifully as it is in person because oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this. Okay, well, so excited. I'm going to apply this on the other eye and then we're gonna come back. I think I'm gonna dive into this like dark glitter black and see if I can deepen up like the outer corner. And then I think I'm gonna pick one of these other crazy shades and blow it on my lower lash line. So let's get back and play with more color, y'all. Okay, you guys, I am just so obsessed with how stunning this is freaking looking. Like I cannot get over how much I love the shift of this like goldish, greeny brown. Oh, it is so good. So the next shade I'm gonna dive into, I wanted to dive into that super glittery black and see if I can deepen up this outer corner. So I'm gonna take that on this flat little packer brush. What is this? It's a Morphe M124. I am just going to lift up and just place this on the outer V. Being really careful because I don't know if this one's gonna be as safe as the other one was or if it's gonna give me a ton of fallout. Okay, so far I'm not getting fallout. Okay, it's deepening it up, but it's not quite the look I was wanting. So I'm actually just gonna copy that on the other eye super fast. Wow, these don't even, it's really just don't have a ton of fallout. Like I said, they're almost wet feeling. So they really do just like apply like a dream and stick like no other shadows I'm using lately. Like this is so freaking good. Okay, definitely deepened it up the way I wanted it to. I wanted that dimension, but I don't quite love where this is going. It's getting like a black and gold kind of thing, and that's not really what I wanted. So I'm gonna take my original packer brush, the 167, and I'm gonna use that on the other side, the clean side, and I'm gonna take the shade 4D, that's like the other duochrome, and I'm gonna pack that right in between those two to blend them together. Oh my gosh. This is madness. Oh wow, that looks like liquid metal on my eyes. Oh wow. Okay. That just took my damn breath away. My Sweet Lord and Savior, that is beautiful. Come on, those are just pretty. I don't care who you are, those are stunning. Okay, I'm gonna calm myself down, control myself a little bit, and then we're gonna come back, blow out some color on my lower lash line, get a little liner and mascara on here, and then let's finish up this look, y'all. Okay, so we're about done with this look, so I'm gonna dive into the red shade at the bottom here, Critical, and I'm gonna take that on my Dior little defining brush. This is number 22, and I'm gonna take that right on just the tip of the brush, really load it up so it has a lot of color on there. And then I am just going to take that on here and I'm going to kind of pack it under here, I guess. That's not doing much. Huh, that is not quite as vibrant as I wanted that to be. Okay, this looks like it's going to give me a lot of fallout if I'm not careful. Yeah, I'm just gonna be really careful and I'm gonna copy what I've done on the other eye, but I don't think I'm gonna commit to this. I would say these shades are best used with a packing brush or your finger. With this real hair brush, this natural hair bristle brush, it is kind of flaking up a little bit and fluffing away, but I mean, I'm getting some of the metallic sheen. I guess it applied better on this side than it did on this one. This one, it doesn't look nearly as nice. This one, it applied a little more bam. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Maybe I was just a little too afraid. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay. I would say this still definitely is best applied with a finger or a packing brush, but I'm getting definitely some of the metallic payoff I wanted. Just definitely had to build it up a little bit. But I'm actually gonna go in with that dark brown on the same brush. I'm gonna deepen up the outer corners. I like a smoky lower lash line. So I'm gonna make sure I got enough smoke going on here. Okay, now I'm really liking that. And then to finish this up, I'm gonna go in with the lightest shade in the palette. What is the name? I think it's called oh wait, no. I think it's called Dimensions. That's what I think it's called. I'm gonna take that literally on my pinky. And I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. Yes. Stunning. This is such a gorgeous, like, bright champagne. Like a white gold more than it is champagne-y. Okay, this is turning out so freaking gorgeous. I'm so obsessed. I was really worried with that red on the lower lash line, but now I'm kind of liking it, and now that the inner corner's in. Okay, I'm going to put some black lower liner on. I'm gonna put on mascara, and then we're gonna come back for my final thoughts, the final look, y'all. Okay, everybody, we are back. This is the final look. I am actually so in love with this look. It was a journey getting there, kind of like watching Bailey Sarian do her makeup. Like, the whole time you're like, is it gonna get there? And then about halfway through, you're like, how does she fucking do it? So that was the same thing today. I just started putting it on and eventually it all made sense. So you know what? This is probably the third or fourth time I have worn the KVD Edge of Reality palette. And I'm just going to say this is an absolute thumbs up. Yes, from me. Love the idea behind the palette. I love the sustainability factor. I love this formula and the packaging just in general. This really knocks it out of the park for me. I love the looks I've created. I'm so happy. So if you can, get out there, pick this up, give KVD Vegan Beauty the chance it deserves, because I promise you will not be disappointed. But that brings us to the end of today's video. If you like what you saw today and you want to see more content like this, don't forget, comment below. I love to hear from you guys. Give me a thumbs up. It literally helps the channel out more than anything. If you like this video, dislike this video, comment, doesn't really matter. Do your thing and it helps me out so much. Click on my face some more on the screen here to subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you can see every time I post something new. And as always, thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all.